Good afternoon, everyone. Jonathan Davis here with Davis AutoSports, and here we have a truly gorgeous, beautiful 2001 Jeep Cherokee XJ with 34,000 original and documented miles. Perhaps one of the lowest mileage XJs on the entire market. If you've been looking at these XJs, I'm sure you're well aware how rare they are to come across in this condition, especially with 34,000 miles. Beautiful, beautiful XJ inside and out. The previous owner of this is a new customer of Davis AutoSports. They bought this XJ not from us. They found this XJ with 33,000 miles, bought it. As soon as they got it in, they brought it to their local Jeep dealership, said go through this entire Jeep front to back, inside and out, do anything and everything that this Jeep needs. They got it back from the Jeep dealership and then brought it to a off-road shop in their neck of the woods, which is about 3 hours away. No offense that it wasn't brought to us, understand, but they went ahead and did a lot of work there as well. Tires, full suspension lift, steering upgrades. The owner, since buying this Jeep, we have about $7,000 in documents and invoices that was spent on servicing this Jeep top to bottom, making it absolutely perfect. You may wonder why buy a 30,000 mile Jeep, spend $7,000 to get rid of it. Well, the owner bought property at Nags Head, which is a beach about 4 hours away from where we are. He bought the Jeep for that beach house. That's why he bought a low mileage one, got it completely serviced so he wouldn't have to go through the hassle of having a vacation vehicle needing to get serviced and everything else. And after his first stay at the beach, they realized that a Jeep Wrangler would be more fitting for his family. So we will be building him a Jeep Wrangler LJ. Drove down to the gentleman's house about 3 hours from Richmond, Virginia, to take a look at the Cherokee. And amazing guy, beautiful home, well-kept vehicles, was a car collector, had a nice collection of cars. This Jeep, 34,000 miles, truly beautiful condition. We do not sell pre-lifted Jeeps, you guys know that. Being that it's got less than 1,000 miles on the lift, it was done by a reputable company that we know. It's a BDS suspension lift. This thing is absolutely beautiful. I will say, of course, in DAS fashion, we went through the entire Jeep on our end. There are some things that we are going to do to this Jeep that were not done. So we are going to do a brand new headliner. We are going to go ahead and do a rear main seal, valve cover, and oil pan gasket. Of course, we'll go through the entire Jeep. AC system is absolutely ice cold. We got the Jeep in 3 days ago. As soon as we got it in, my guys went ahead and did a full paint correction service on the Jeep, which has already been done. Beautiful, beautiful paint. It does have the original exhaust, so we're going to do a full exhaust system, high flow catalytic converter, high flow performance muffler, over the axle pipe, and one of our tips as well. So this thing is going to absolutely be turnkey. It's sitting on brand new tires right now, new suspension, new steering upgrades, U-joints, cooling system has been serviced. So interior is truly, truly spotless, pristine, no issues whatsoever. It does have the original headliner, which we are upgrading. I mean, look at the paint, look at the flares. Now, if you guys love the mileage, you like the suspension lift, but maybe you're not in love with the tires or the wheels, gives it a nice classy, not too modified look. But if you're looking for a little bit more pizzazz, we'll be more than happy to change out a wheel and tire package. It appears the previous seller of the XJ painted the trim as well. We'll take a look at this directly in the sunlight. The paint is beautiful. I had two of my best guys on this, full paint correction, wet sanded, compound, polished, and buffed. Suspension lift is done correct. Coils, shocks, sway bar, end links, JKS track bar, the differentials, the transmission, transfer case, all that was serviced at the Jeep dealership. Like I said, this guy bought this thing, paid a pretty penny, obviously 30,000 miles, and then immediately within 2 months spent $7,000 getting this thing serviced inside and out. If you see any white specks, that's just a little bit of compound residue. Alright guys, here we are on the inside portion. These are the original floor mats, extremely clean. Seats, no rips along here. Seats, all the bolsters are nice and firm. Center console is very, very clean. We have 3 keys total and 2 remotes. AC's ice cold. Look at that oil pressure at idle at full temperature. I mean, that's absolutely perfect. Cruise control, none of the buttons are dirty. Everything's super clean. Factory carpet floor mats over there are very, very clean. Back carpets, you won't find any stains throughout. No rips on any of the upper panels. Rear cargo is very, very clean. Full size spare. Back of the seats very clean. Lots of splits typically take place here on these seats, none whatsoever. You got the jack underneath here, spotless. I mean, this thing is just absolutely super, super clean. All the door jambs, dog legs underneath the doors, all extremely clean. Once again, no rips. Alright guys, here are the documents that I was referring to earlier. This is just from the last about 1,000 miles or so, as you see here, right at 33,000 miles. Got a $1,158 service. Brought it to the Jeep dealership, told them to go through absolutely anything and everything that needed to get done. Pages of work that got done. Actually came out to about $1,233, but he had a coupon, so fully serviced there at the Jeep dealership. Here we have a $1,700 bill on the entire, well, part of the lift and U-joints and axles and all sorts of stuff that got done about 1,500 miles ago. There's a partial payment on that. Here's another $2,150, pretty much part of that same service with the lift and everything. We have $500 tires there, whole nother service with U-joints and a bunch of goodies there. We're at 960 there, and did another full service front to back, top to bottom, 723 there, along with a full inspection. So as you see, thousands of dollars of work performed on this thing. Got the clean and clear title right here, ready to go, ready to give to you guys. He has other documents. He got a full build sheet from Chrysler on exactly what that particular Jeep, how it was built from the factory. So there you go. All documents, all invoices, all from the last 1,000 to 1,500 miles on this beautiful Jeep. If you guys have any questions, 855-955-3377. All right, guys, so here we are in the drivability portion. Very beautiful day here in Richmond, Virginia. Very warm day. Gonna get up to 90 degrees, probably about 85, 86 right now. Couple gauges that are pretty vital to keep an eye out on these 4.0 straight 6. Temperature gauge, normal operating temperature is going to be 210. Oil pressure is a very important gauge to read on these 4.0s. Ideally, you want to be above 20 to 30. When you're at 40 plus while driving, that's great. That's pretty much the new range of a new engine. So being that we're above 40 at a low RPM, pretty much tells you all your vitals of your engine, your bearings, all that sort of stuff are in great condition. Real quick, digital thermostat shoots a laser beam. The laser beam does not measure the air temperature. It just measures whatever the laser beam is shooting on. So with that said, we'll go ahead and shoot this. You're probably going to see a fluctuation in numbers on the display just because the laser beam's moving around. And like I said, that is measuring the plastic vent, not the actual AC. So obviously the air is going to be colder than the AC. And I'm going to do this better once we get to a red light so we can really dial that thing in. All your power accessories work exactly as they should. Coming around a turn, just give me 1 second. Mirror, we'll go ahead and go out with it. Come back in with it. Go ahead and go out with it. Come back in with it. Good to go. Does have cruise control. Go ahead, turn it on. As you see, it does illuminate on the dash. Turn it off, comes off. Alright, so we're getting to a red light here. We'll get a good shot of this AC for you guys. Hopefully it stays red. AC is absolutely ice cold in this Jeep. Go down there with it, temperature goes up. Very, very cold. Very smooth steering. The steering has been upgraded previously about 800 miles ago. So we're at 34,000 miles, 34.8, excuse me. I have all the documents of when all the services and upgrades were done. They were done within the last 1,500 miles. Very bumpy road right here. XJ drives very straight. Steering wheel is absolutely perfect. You put one finger on the wheel over these bumps in the road. All the bushings are very tight. Got a really, really big bump going over the railroads coming up here. vibration. Transmission's very smooth. The complete drive line was serviced. Differentials, transfer case, transmission. Let's go ahead and turn cruise control on, set it, feet off the gas completely. Cruise control works as it should. Go ahead and get back on the brake. Perfect temperature, perfect oil pressure. I can tell you, driven hundreds and hundreds of these XJs. You can tell when one has been well taken care of. One thing, these XJs do create a lot of noise when you drive, and when you hit bumps, it sort of transfers through the whole cab. Very quiet XJ right here. When we go over bumps, it's not loud. Very, very smooth driving, as it should be. New suspension, new tires, very low mileage. Original floor mats, I mean, that's as clean as they come. I mean, just very, very clean. All the buttons, knobs, all very clean. No issues on the dash. Check that out. That is a original. If you can't see it, it's got a Chrysler. That's an original windshield, and it's very clean. No driveline vibrations. The transfer case, pretty cool little Dodge van right there. Transfer case has been lowered. Nice color scheme as well. The mystery machine. So as you guys see, XJ drives flawlessly. We're at 60. If you want to hold on just a little bit longer, we're gonna get on the highway right here. Get up to about 80. I mean, this steering wheel is smooth as can be. There's no shimmy, no shaky, no vibration. Track's completely straight. I'll go ahead and do we're obviously in overdrive. We'll do a hard acceleration real quick for you guys. Very smooth downshift, very smooth upshift. Exactly as it should be. Big bump right here. Another big bump. Hard on the brakes. That's just the cuts in the road that you're hearing. We'll stop as soon as we get on this asphalt. Good hard acceleration. Very smooth. Not one spike in temperature. That oil pressure, you do not see oil pressure like that on a 20-year-old vehicle. That's perfect oil pressure. One finger on the wheel, knees off, completely straight. I mean, just an absolute breeze to drive. Big bump here. Got a series of big bumps as soon as this bridge is finished and we get back in the asphalt. Right here, no problem. Been running 2,200 RPMs. Once again, not one spike in temperature, no drop in oil pressure. AC's blowing ice cold. this right here, what you're looking at now, is the original headliner. We are going to replace it because it has the typical area here where the previous owner, he got a quote of $600 to do it. He knew at that point he was going to be trading the Jeep into us. I told him, don't worry about it, we'll get it taken care of. So you will have a brand new headliner. Go ahead and apply the brakes, no shimmy of the wheel, very, very smooth. Once again, not 1 degree increase in temperature. Got another bump coming up right here. So there you guys go, 10 minutes of driving. As you see, everything's in perfect range. No check engine lights on of any sort. All the electronics work. AC's blowing ice cold. Windows locks, power mirrors, cruise control. Your remotes for your lock and unlock work as they should. Your factory radio works, which I would suggest upgrading to get you out of 1990.
Senselessly shot the previous day in Florence.
So no issues there, besides it just needing to be replaced because it's old, but it works perfectly. So there you guys go. Hope you guys have enjoyed the video. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to contact us directly at 855-XJ Jeeps. That's 855-955-3377. Thanks for viewing.